twisting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the...
From the virtual world center of racing, that is the Daytona International Speedway, we welcome you to the NASRA 360 Racing Network, listening on CRN, and we're ready for a new era. This is the Pultz Poppers ARCA Series. Welcome to Daytona. I'm Wesley Outland. Mr. Michael McKinnon is alongside. Bigglesdean Hopton, of course, always on production. Want to send an acknowledgement to our buddy Jacob Reeves, who did qualify night. However, due to some other commitments, he will not be able to do the Wednesday series. Michael, we're ready for ARCA at Daytona, man. Under the lights, this should be fun, sir. Good evening, pal.
Good evening, Wesley. This is going to be really, really fun. These cars, you can't push them in the corners. You can't do any of that stuff. But as we get right to it, let's just get right to the grid, Wesley. You want to kick it off for us?
Starting lineup presented by the fine folks at Pultz Poppers. This Axel Smith, fast qualifier last week. Mike Kostick of the Jack Daniels machine on the outside. Row number one. Row two will find Jeff Burke, a defending NASRA Cup champion. Asher Litter as well on the outside of row number two. Row three on the grid, Trevor Williams and Matt Cherry, the reigning Monday Night DSR truck champion. And then you got Keith Haney. Hope you brought his red panties tonight. Mark Cofield to the outside. Your top 10 at Daytona, Michael, will find Anthony Harden and David Davis. I wonder if Anthony wants to ride the Dente tonight in the John Deere green car.
I'm sure he probably does. P11, we're going to see Jonathan Cofield, and next to him, we're going to see Brandon Broadfoot bringing up P12. P13, that'll bring us Tyler Justice. Had a great run in the Monday Truck Series the other day. P14, Trace Miller. P15, that's going to bring us into Shane Bowie, and Timothy Hammond will be P16. Row 9. Be Josh Clements in 17th. Jeffrey Johnson, we see him in a lot of series. He'll bring up P18. And that'll bring us to row 10 with Robert Richardson's in 19th and Jeremiah Holt in 20th.
Moving on to the next row, we'll find Curtis Banks in the number 21 position, 77. Carson Woodard alongside with a tribute to Greg Biffle in 16. Kai Miller, Jonathan Woodward will make up row number 12. Row 13 on the grid, Steve Barnett, the Hillbilly, and Adam Lighty in the Days of Thunder Mellow Yellow throwback colors. Row 14 in the Morgan McClure Kodak throwback, it's Peyton Johnson and Tony Burleson to the outside. Your top 30 will find TJ Allen and Buzzy Mongold in the 12.
Yes, sir. Row 16, we'll see Francisco Martinez alongside Chris Ellis. Row 17 will bring Josh Rodriguez into HendrickCars.com and Taylor Peacock in the 81. Row 18, Stephen Gregory and the owner of NASCAR, or NASRA, Brady LaBeouf will be there in the 24. Row 19, Matthew Carabina will be next to Hunter Parsons. I think Hunter might be part-time, but look out for him this evening. Row 20, that'll bring in Tyler Goodwin and Shane Trotter.
Are we still going? We certainly are. Ryan Dillevo will start 41st, followed by Lucas Lyons, the Kentucky driver, on outside row number 21. And Cody Knott will start shotgun on the field, position number 43. 43 cars ready to go for ARCA here in Daytona. Let's take a look real quickly at the CRN race analysis. This race will be 100 laps, 250 miles around the World Center of Racing, Daytona. Of course, there will be two stages of the race. There will be well, let's say not stages, all right? There'll be a caution at lap number 40. And then, of course, they'll race for 60 laps to the checkered flag. Per se, Michael, there's not really stage racing in ARCA. They don't really do stage racing.
No stage racing. This is what you want to call it, a competition caution at 40. Right. But unlike ARCA, I don't think we're going to hold position. I think it's however you can get off of pit road. It ought to work out real well. I mean, 40 straight laps, and fuel's 100% tonight, so we know these guys can go long run if we can get to it. So this is going to be fun. I haven't got to see cars on the track for a while. I've seen a lot of trucks, but I'm looking forward to seeing some cars.
Ready to watch and see what goes on as these drivers will work their way. By the way, to Allen will go to the longest line as we get ready to bring him in. Pace truck is in behind the wall, already under the lights. There's your weather conditions on the bottom. 75-degree clear night. No winds. We're racing in Daytona. And the new Pultz Poppers ARCA series of NASRA is green.
Yes, sir. You can see Kostick gets a good push off the top line right there. He gets to the front alongside Axel Smith. Asher Little right in there. And, of course, we know Jeff Merck. He's going to want to be at the front all night. So I would expect that 60 to be very aggressive, try to get to the front right here, Leslie.
Down the back straightaway, that long back stretch. They'll work down into turn 3. Off the super stretch into turn number 3 now. It's Kostick getting the jump of the Jack Daniels Chevrolet in the early going. Asher Little right there with him. Here comes Trevor Williams. This could be a guy that could be a favorite for the championship in this series. Keep an eye on Trevor Williams. They cross the line, and Trevor Williams will lead lap number 1. 1 down, 99 to go, and they're in turn 1 with Williams leading in the 89.
Yeah, Williams in that purple machine getting a great run through there. We see Kostick on the bottom, Asher Little on the bottom. This is, I like how they're starting here. This is a little different than trucks, though, here, Wesley. You cannot push in the corners with these cars. They are fast, but they are light in the corners. They're very, very hard to manipulate if you're trying to push. We tried in practice last week, couldn't get it done. Yeah, and you see the 57 of Cofield. He's making his way right to the bottom right there. Didn't care who was in the way.
All this going on now as they work their way down in the corner. By the way, that was the 99 of Trevor Williams. I think I said the 89. Trevor Williams in the 99 car. That's that purple, black, and yellow car. You're on board with him right now. And he's got some bumping there from David D. Davis. Pushing, going below the back straightaway. Everybody holds their line now, heading to the 3 there, Michael.
Yeah, like I said, you get a little pushed in the corners, you're going to get a little bit squirrely. But you see his top line is really able to make some ground. As we see a couple cars, David Davis, Trevor Williams, they move back to the bottom. I think I'd want to be on the bottom. Gives you a little better place to get away if you have a little bit of trouble. But so far, these guys doing a great job. As I said, these things are fast, but they're light through the corners, the tri-oval, all that. You see Williams here trying to block both sides.
And now Broadfoot will go up into the top spot. Here comes the man from Chico, California, Brandon Broadfoot, a former NASRA winner. He won, by the way, his first ever win at Talladega in the NASRA Cup Series, which, by the way, is a prerequisite Wednesday series. This series is replacing the fall series that'll start back up for the NASRA Cup Series on Wednesday night, but it does get cranked up. So nonetheless, the leaders working off the corner. It is Hammond, Miller, Bice, or Shane Bowie, followed by Barnett and Johnson. That's the way they stand right now, going back into the corner. We're already 5 in, next time by there.
Yeah, 5 laps in. Guys doing an incredibly good job. We got somebody way up high there. Couldn't quite tell, but they're going to get let back in. That little give and take early in the race. I like to see that. I like to see the green flag runs because we've seen this outside line, Wesley. If they can stay together, I think they could just take over the bottom line. But, boy, we got some snaking and swerving going on down the back.
But that 52 got a really nice shove there from Barnett on the high side with Williams now backtrack behind them. So here they come working off the tri-oval. Here they come, thundering down to the line. 2.5 miles, 4.023 kilometers here at the World Center of Racing at Daytona. And now Timothy Hammond, originally from Indiana, now from Missouri. He'll go to the lead on the inside in turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, great shoving everywhere. See Barnett really giving Miller a shove up there. Trace Miller's getting a great push. They got 3 in a row. The draft is strong with these things. They do have a nice closing rate, and you can bump them hard. You just got to be careful, as I said, in the corner. But these guys are not messing around at the front. They are trying to get up there and keep it up there. Carson Woodward up here on the high side. He's trying to make a move around everybody. They can keep that momentum up here, Wesley. I mean, I'm surprised he's taking it that high this early, but I want to give a shout out. He hit me up in the chat said, he lost a good friend, and he's got his colors on the car tonight. So if we can see a little bit of that, I don't know if we can do a number, lap 13. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We'll try to get to it. But he lost a good friend.
Haley boss.
And he told me to mention that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't think we can do a lot of moments of silence and all that, but I wanted to get that out of the way and acknowledge the loss of his friend.
Yeah, by the way, the racing industry, sports industry, media industry shocked with the passing of Ted Turner. A lot of people might not know, but Ted Turner was the man that created the Superstation TBS and TNT. And if you're enjoying NASCAR from back in the day to today on TNT when they have their 5-race summer series, it's because of that media mogul Ted Turner. Not only what he did with the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Hawks, CNN, just an all-around media guy and philanthropist will be missed dearly. And right now we go back to green. I had the privilege to meet Ted Turner a couple of years ago at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He was down there as we got down some pushing and shoving going on. Miller under attack by Johnson. Here comes the 33, Jeffrey Johnson on the high side. Very, very outspoken, great demeanor. He just tell you like it is. I mean, this is the guy that took Channel 17 in Atlanta and turned it into the Superstation TBS worldwide on cable networks. And obviously, your racing on television would not be where it was, Michael McKinnon, if it wasn't for guys like Ted Turner doing what he did. So, yeah. And obviously, thoughts and prayers for the family member of the recent driver you just mentioned. We got a car on the wall. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he's still hitting the wall. That's the 18. Number 8, Mike Kostick's car, the Jack Daniels machine. And he's down below the bottom of the apron. They are not going to throw a caution. There it is. Yellow is out. I was wondering if they're going to throw one or not.
Yeah, that one kind of surprised me. I thought that would come out a little bit sooner. I don't know if it's a race control caution or if it's iRacing caution, but he was down out of the racing groove, but I did see a big pile of debris up on the track, so maybe that's why they threw it.
The last caution out for the first time. So we'll find out what happened here.
Yeah, 16 of Woodward just kind of swerved down a little bit, got a piece of Kostick, and you can see the entire front end is just destroyed on Kostick's car. He'll have quite a bit of damage to repair right there, if at all possible. Whew, almost got a piece of the other driver there. Couldn't quite tell who I was. While we're under caution, Wesley, you bringing up Ted Turner and all that. Wasn't that the team with Alan Bestwick and all them guys back when they had kind of taken it away from ESPN and they kind of really brought the sport, to a bigger audience?
If you remember back in the day, it was so up in the air. Back in the day in the 80s and 90s, it was CBS, ABC, TNN, TBS. I mean, it was there was all sorts of TV contracts for NASCAR all over the place. But yeah, Alan Bestwick and Rick Benjamin and Ken Squire, Mike Joy, matter of fact, they were all a part of Randy Pemberton, Patty Moise. They were part of the TV team back in the day. What was it? Benny,
Benny Parsons.
What was his name? No, not Benny Parsons. Buddy something. Trying to think of him. Yeah, Buddy Baker was a part of the TV team. Eli Gold. What was his name? Also, Neil Bonnet done some TV with it as well. So, yeah. I mean, back in the day, you had to have TV Guide to know what race the TV channel was going to be on, right? I mean, you remember, back in the day, the race at Charlotte was on Turner on TBS. The penultimate race was at Rockingham was on TNN, and the championship Hooters 500 was on ESPN, or ABC. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's come a long way. That's all I can say. It's come a long way. Back in the day, you had to channel surf. Today's generation back then would be, man, they'd be complaining. They'd be going crazy. They wouldn't know what the heck to do back then in the day. So, yeah.
Well, they wouldn't want to get up and change the little box you had to change back in the day.
Telling you, man. Give me the TV switcher.
Yeah,
The days of before the remote control. We're taking a break from Daytona. You ain't got to change your dial. Stay with us. We'll be back on YouTube. We're back in a moment.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Daytona as we welcome you to coverage of the new NASRA Pultz Poppers ARCA Series. Michael McKinnon, Wesley Outland here with you. Remember, there are not really stages in this race. We're just working lap 12 of 40 to a competition caution. We'll have a competition caution at lap 40, and then we'll, of course, race to the finish of this one. 60 laps to go. This race is 100 laps, 250 miles. Still a long way to go to this one here. And some drivers did take advantage to come down pit road here in the early going, Michael.
Yeah, I would assume they came down topped off, could make it till that competition caution. I didn't see a whole lot of guys taking tires, but I did see a little bedlam. A couple people having to back up, losing positions, all that. So this is shaking the field up a little bit, but, all in all, not too bad. Our first 43-car pit stop, so everybody did pretty good with it.
Let's look at the schedule of what's to come, obviously. Qualifying last week, Daytona tonight, Iowa next week, Kern County. Remember what Cody said? We're going to go to tracks that are big but not big, right? This is like, you got to go to Daytona and Talladega because ARCA goes to Daytona and Talladega, right, Michael? But these other tracks are small tracks, under a mile, shorter than a mile, and we're going to have some fun with them, I think. Iowa, 7/8 of a mile. Kern County, just shy of half a mile. Michigan, 2 miles. Phoenix, a mile. Watkins Glen, a road course. It should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what the series does. We're coming back to green.
Timothy Hammond with a big restart. He might want to back it up just a little bit so they don't come and run him over here just a minute. You don't want to get too far out. We all know that, but it looks like they're trying to go 3 wide. Put somebody right in the middle, get him right out of the way. That looks like Jonathan Woodward falling down the field.
Said, let's plow the road. We'll watch and see what he does here now. Down the corner. Oh, my goodness, guys. Little bump and weave. Couple of cars loose. It's Barnett behind Williams. That opens the door to the inside of the number 69 of Hammond. While Miller goes to the lead, here comes the top side now.
Yeah, top side's been strong all night, Wesley. I like what I see out of that top side. You got Peacock in there. We know he's great at these super speedway races. He's up there with Woodward and TJ Alain, and I think it's going to be strong. It's going to be hard to beat him. I see Jeffrey. That Alain in the 33. I guess they supposed to be 333. I guess I didn't see 33, but that's TJ up there in the front.
Oh, that awesome sound. That virtual perpetual thunder going down the back straightaway into that third turn. It's Allen. A lane now down to the inside. He's got Peacock now up top to deal with.
Yeah, this is interesting
Parsons
to me.
watch is on.
This is interesting to me because there's not supposed to be any teams here, but with Peacock, Parsons, Gregory, I know these guys have all ran before a lot. So this is going to be interesting to watch if they can stay together and bring everybody with them. And even Cofield, I think he understands these guys up here. They have raced together a lot, and they trust each other. And we'll see what this line can do. We'll see if they want to stay committed high, Wesley, or if they want to drop down to the bottom. I personally would stay up high. It just seems to have the momentum.
By the way, props to Michael, obviously Axel Smith picking up the pole. And we're seeing now Axel Smith nowhere in the pack anywhere, man. He has fell all the way back behind the top 30. I wonder if there's a strategy there. He took on tires, but I wonder if there's a strategy there to stay in the back right now, Michael.
Well, what I saw when we were at break, we'd come out of break, or right before break, I guess, he was on the pit lane, and he overshot his box. Then he had to back up, and then I think he, took the tires. So long pit stop and just put him in the back. But at this point, you could probably run wherever you want to, I would assume. But these guys on the top line, they're making it look real easy right now. We'll just have to wait and see what the pole sitters got for him after a while.
What you got for him right now is Peacock showing the lead now. Taylor Peacock up in the top spot is dropping down way below the apron. Brady LaBeouf for the Exalta colors. He gets in line, carries some people with him. The 41 Alliance. Broadfoot will go to the inside. And here comes the boss of NASRA. Up the middle, coming through. Former champion of trucks.
Yeah, we're seeing this experience of these guys that have raced in the trucks and who they trust. We're seeing that ties again. We're seeing that top line. Now you got Merck added in with the three that we talked about. Brady LaBeouf, Lucas Lyons, they race every Monday night. And look at Josh Rodriguez come up the middle in that Hendrick.com car. What a run he had right there. My goodness.
Caution is out as Rodriguez was making a push to the front. We've got trouble. Yellow flag is out. Oh, not sure what happened here. It looks like maybe the car in 41st position is off the pace.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there either. I've seen some scattering, but I didn't see really anybody going around.
Did Mike Kostick wreck again?
Yeah, we just have to wait and see. They get Shane Bowie here.
Francisco Martinez, maybe? Adam Liney? 55. Let's see what happened to Shane Bowie. And there it is. Yep. Boom.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Somebody come off the bottom. I can't quite tell who that was. They were going to follow Josh up the middle, and they didn't know that Shane was right there on the outside, and that cost them both.
Guys like Alan, Hammond, Woodard, will they come down pit road right now? Watch it again. Watch the top car, the blue and white car, bobbing to the middle, gets collected, and there's the 32 into the 55. That's Chris Ellis from Raleigh, North Carolina, from my neck of the woods, into Shane Bowie. And around we go with our second Serve Pro caution of the race.
Yeah, they just, like I said, I think they couldn't believe the run that Rodriguez had, and they were both kind of going for the same real estate at the same time. That's unfortunate, but I don't think anybody could believe the run that Rodriguez had right there in the middle.
Yellow flag is presented by Serve Pro, Fire, Water, Cleanup, and Restoration. Serve Pro, making anything look completely restored or needing to be restored look brand new again. Lucas Lyons, we're understanding might have a problem. Here's an issue on the 41.
He must have had an issue at home.
He said, if I'm not having no fun, I'm parking it.
That could be. It's like, I don't want to be here until 11 o'clock. More pit stops,
by the way,
more fuel.
Don't forget, coming up this Friday, the whoever does it, their finale of the Cops Truck Series. I don't know anything about the production people or the commentators. I just hope they're better than what they did last Friday night. The championship race will be this Friday. And then, once that season ends, I think they're taking off for a month or so, Michael, if I'm correct. And then we're changing gears, and the Cops Truck Series will be moving to Thursday night. You heard it first on Monday with Cody Knott, Vice President of NASRA, and the guy that operates the ARCA Pultz Popper Cups ARCA Series you're watching tonight here in Daytona. But again, beginning next season after the championship race this Friday, they'll take about a month off there, Michael, and then Thursday night.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Thursday thing. But another thing I'm looking forward to, I believe there's going to be rule changes. There's going to be a few other things happening to try to help the competition side of that series. I think they're all going to be for the positive. I think it's all going to get back to how it used to be. A lot of guys competing that there is just, there's a couple dominant guys over there right now, and they're just stinking up the show. They're just so good. I think they want to keep them, but they're trying to get to the point where the competition side is a little better. I'm looking forward to that as well. Thursday, I think it's a great move. Like I said, but last time we were here, Wesley, you don't have to compete against the real trucks, and it's just a better slot. I don't think anybody can argue with that. I just think it's a better slot.
Remember, we're moving to a Thursday series that will begin for the Cops Truck Series whenever they get fired back up again. And it will be on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. I know that I'm going to try to work some select events. I know that much, but I know for the most part, Jacob Reeves and Mr. Michael McKinnon will hold the fort down for the most part. So, and remember, the championship will be decided this upcoming Friday night. So,
yeah, Auto Club Speedway, they'll be racing in California. The favorite for the championship says he hates that track, so it's going to be interesting to watch. I want to kind of see how that works out for MDW over there on Friday night. We got one of those competitors in the field tonight, Brandon Broadfoot, going for his first championship. He's in the championship 6 over there, so it's going to be fun.
In the city of LA. In the city. We're in Daytona tonight, so keep it rocking, everybody. We'll be there on May the 31st, and I'm excited to announce that my good friend, Mr. Emmett Crow, will be joining me in the broadcast booth. He has called some other iRacing events with me in the past, but we finally inked a deal. My friend Emmett Crow from Texas will be in the booth calling the 6 hours of Daytona with me. Yours truly, it will be the NASRA endurance race. It will be, again, 6 hours at Daytona. Hit the QR code. How about this, Michael? GTP, LMP2, GT3, all 3 different classes. Click on the QR code, get signed up. It's going to be a fun one on May the 31st.
Yeah, I look forward to every one of these things. I don't know what the classes really mean, so I'm trying to learn as I go on there, but it is fun to see the
Green flag.
Hot dogs.
There we go.
There you go. That's green. Shut up.
Yeah, dude's killing me. Back to green flag. Taylor Peacock, Gregory Parsons, that top
That's got
side.
me laughing and choking
They
in here.
took off and the field is spread out a little bit.
He really doesn't.
I don't know. Josh is really trying to hold it on down there. He better hook on right here, Wesley, or he's going to get left behind.
Exactly right. By the way, we're at the midway point of the competition caution at lap number 40. We're 20 laps in, which is 50 miles. As here they come, rumbling through the tri-oval now. Taylor Peacock up 33 spots. That black number 81 machine. He is the leader from Fowler, Indiana. Stephen Gregory behind him. And now look at the 60. It's Jeff Burke. The Floridian's coming.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to stay up there in line to make a Dale Jr. race out of this. Him, LaBeouf, Rodriguez here on the bottom. They're going to see what they got for these boys up here. Like Peacock's car. That looks like a real ARCA car. It's just a low-budget race team. That's what mine looked like before I put it back in the shed.
Jeff Burke not only trying to get to the front, he'll go to the lead in the Florida Southwestern University number 60, but now it's all taken back away from Jeff Merck. Top 5 for the moment includes Taylor Peacock, Stephen Gregory, Hunter Parsons, Jeff Merck, and Brandon Broadfoot as we're just getting started here in Daytona.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
If you're listening on the radio, good evening. If you're watching, you see the CRN race information. Bigglestein Hopton putting those graphics up on the screen. Michael McKinnon, I'm Wesley Outland. This is the lid lifter for the new Wednesday night NASRA Pultz Poppers ARCA Series. And right now, Peacock leads him on the high side. Michael going into turn 1.
Yeah, this low line though is coming with LaBeouf, Rodriguez, Williams, Barnett, all these guys, a little bit more energy there. We need to see Broadfoot. He needs to get up in there behind Hunter Parsons a little better, and maybe him, Gregory, Peacock can hold him off. The high line has had the energy tonight, but the low line is getting a little more organized, starting to look a little better down there.
Turns number 3 and 4. Here they come down to the line. Peacock on the high side with the lead. Gregory will give him a push to the bottom. It is now Parsons. Look at Parsons now starting to climb. He's that third car on the outside lane. Meanwhile, Merck and LaBeouf are trying to play tandem partners. Going into the corner with the help of the one of Rodriguez in turn number 2.
Yeah, it's a great racing. You know, you can see him close a shorter distance around the bottom, but this high line just keeps the momentum, and wow, we are scattering all over the backstretch. Let's see if they can keep it together. Snake it back together, boys. There we go. Now we got it back. But as I was saying, this top line can keep the momentum, even with, you know, fewer cars, but now it's starting to look really dominant up top. It's just crazy how it changes lap after lap, Wesley.
Get all of this going on as they dive into the turn.
They are trying hard to get this third lane going. Just nobody wants to go at it this early in the race, and I must say I don't blame them. And I'm super happy that we're not doing this. Yeah, Cofield up there with the 52. I don't know if they're going to make that work or not.
Is it just me, Michael, or does it seem like the outside lane is just the way to go right now? I mean, everybody right now is running the top instead of the bottom.
No, I agree. That's where I would want to be right now, is up high. And what I do like is we're not aggressively side drafting this early in the race. We're feeling it out, getting some laps turned, but we do have 3 wide, just a little bit behind the leaders here. Somebody's going to have to sort this out before too long, or we may see that huge run. That's our pole sitter, Axel. He's coming right up the middle in that 97.
Get Axel Smith, and this is the man that set the fast time. Remember, the Precision Production Network number 97 gets a shot to Jeff Merck. Says, I'm there, Merck. You're treaded in murky waters, Jeff says to Axel, and he'll give him another push. Florida Southwestern, it's a real college down in Florida. He's sporting those colors down on the inside. And notice how these cars, these ARCA cars, so different than the Cup or Xfinity rides of the past of NASRA as they come to the corner here, Michael.
Yeah, they're almost more of a Gen 6 hot rod, you know, the older Cup Series cars, which I like. They're durable. They can take a pounding, as you're seeing. I mean, Axel was absolutely tearing the rear end off of Merck's car, but no damage done. And we see that's moving him straight to the front with Asher Little right there. They've got the 29 of Shane Trotter in tow. So, oh, yeah, right across the nose. Oh, goodness. Ooh, Merc quite not clear there, Wesley. We will have to see the damage on Merc's car
wow.
right there, but wow, that was close. Kind of surprised they were able to hold it together, Wesley. What do you think? I was kind of shocking. Merc come across the nose there and all the checking up, and they were able to keep it together. I'm shocked.
I mean, there was a push, and remember these cars, as we were mentioning a few laps ago, Michael, and you were telling our audience about it, they are so different. They're so different than, than what these other cars are that we see in NASRA Cup or whenever we did NASRA Xfinity on Tuesday night. So, obviously, maybe some of these guys have got to adapt to them, right? They got to figure out what these cars will do. Because you can tell, you get out of line, you make one wrong push, you might be pushing into the fence or taking out another car. 11 to go here before the competition caution at lap number 40, 30 in.
Yeah, these cars they're not a handful per se, but in the corner they are. That's what I said earlier. If you get a push in the corner, you're in serious trouble, and that counts in the tri-oval. You get a wrong push in the tri-oval, you got the same thing, and here we go. We got Axel stuck in the sucker hole here. We'll see if he can get some help, get himself back up there, and we're on board with Taylor Peacock. Yeah, all these guys from the back to the front. And Rodriguez has got him a serious hot rod, Wesley. We have seen him cut through the field 2 or 3 different times. Somebody's going to have to latch onto that car because he's got it figured out on some straight line speed all by himself. Yes, sir. 10 laps to go before the competition caution. We see Peacock still up there. Got Adam Lichty right behind him. Colin Miller is coming up through here. This has been really good racing so far, Wesley. I'll give the
really has. What 2
banging.
cautions? I mean, 2 cautions so far. I mean, sometimes I think the big boys might need to take from the Friday series might need to take some pointers of what these guys are doing right now. I mean, I've always said this, and I'll say it again. You're not going to win the race on the first lap. It just ain't going to happen.
No, and what we may be seeing, I'm going to be honest about it. I was an advocate for stage racing, but what we might be seeing is these guys aren't trying to position for stage points or any of that. There's no over-aggression, and they're trying to work a way to win this race. There's no stage points involved. There's none of that involved. This is about winning the race, and we're seeing a little more patience out of these guys, and I'm loving it.
Keep an eye on it. A little Madagascar in my head. A little move it. You like to? It's like Madagascar. That's what I said, Madagascar. Peacock in the lead, down to the inside. It's Miller will follow. Smith right there as well. How about Axel Smith? He was in the back of the top 30 there, Michael. And now, with 8 to go, he is climbing. This is not a stage, by the way. There's no stage points up for grabs. This is just to get to the competition caution. But man, this shows how good the number, it shows how good the 97 really is.
Yeah, he's super fast. He has the fastest lap of the race with a 46.309 right now. So these guys are hauling the mail. But here comes the boss man, Brady the Buff. Straight to the front. Straight to the front. He got a good pusher behind. Merc giving him a shove. We got Asher Little in there. We got Rodriguez in there. Learning all these numbers and guys as we go. But I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Colin Miller made his way up here. The 52. Trace Miller's been up front all night. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. I was hoping this is what we'd get to see.
And we are. We're being treated to a good one. And if you're liking this, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell to keep up with all the content. Know when we go live, you can be able to keep up with the live coverage and not miss a moment of the NASRA Racing Series and NASRA 360 Racing Network. This is the lid lifter for the new NASRA Pultz Poppers ARCA Series. Here they come, storming down to the line across the stripe. It is Taylor Peacock. He is in the lead. It's Peacock up front. LaBeouf now trying to get something formed on that inside lane. There's a push by Merck, and now side by side for the lead as they work in two.
Side by side for the lead as they're in two. Brady LaBeouf, Taylor Peacock as they storm out of turn 2 down the backstretch. It's going to be who can push right here. Like, all they're trying to do is position himself for a better pit stop right here. But this, we need to see Coy Miller. He's going to have to tighten up with Peacock, or Merck and Brady are going to take this to the front.
Now through turns number 3 and 4. Brady LaBeouf push on the inside. Peacock will have fun. Here comes a big shove. Merck now pushing LaBeouf. 5 to go here in stage number. I said stage, damn it, my bad. 5 to go here in the competition caution. It is Peacock in the lead as they go to the top side. Michael, I'm just blown away how easily the outside lane is working. And then there's other races. I think of the trucks on a Monday night. I think of the NASRA Cup Series opener. The outside didn't work. You had to stay to the bottom. What's the difference? Is it the car? Is it the trucks? What are we seeing here?
Yeah, some of it's the car. The trucks, if you dump air on the spoiler of them trucks, they just stop. These, the side draft works, but it's not as strong, so they're able to keep some momentum up there. And if you notice, we watched the truck race. The trucks were almost below that seam in the second lane. They were absolutely side drafting for all they had. These guys are keeping their distance, keeping the momentum, just trying to position themselves because, as I said, the side draft not quite as strong in these cars.
Laps winding down. Coming to 3 to go. Hey, Michael, I'll be right back. I got to go get my KFC chicken from DoorDash. Take us to the end of the competition caution.
And
some chicken here. Look at the chicken man. Look at Brady LaBeouf lead him in the corner here.
Merck giving him a huge push right there. And, of course, he's going to drop Merck as soon as he gets to the lead. We'll see if Axel can get on the rear bumper here, see what he can give Merck. Got Asher Little. This is a huge run on the bottom all of a sudden. I don't know if Brady going up the block checked everybody up or what. This is a huge run on the bottom. Here they go. Okay, they're all going to migrate up. This is just where the momentum's at, folks. People want to get to the lead. They're trying to get to the front. You see Merck there. He's nice and relaxed. 3 wide, people up the middle. 3 to go to the caution, mandatory caution. This outside lane. Oh, yeah, people in the it looks like Miller. Several people involved right here. Oh, Rodriguez, I see several people. This will probably take us to that competition caution. Oh, we got one on the side there. We got people on the lid. Jonathan Woodward, Tony Burleson. All these guys giving meatball flags. That's not a good sign for your favorite driver, folks. That's who it is. That's a bad situation, but we'll probably ride around here when the pits open. This will be your competition caution, and we'll have 60 laps remaining when we get back to it. David Davis now meatball flag. All the while, we're going to have Merck, Smith, Little, LaBeouf, Peacock, Gregory, all your main contenders. They stayed out of the melee. They're okay. Let's get us a replay of where this started. Looked right around the 73 car. I couldn't quite tell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was I thought I had a spot, and I didn't have a spot. And did he get Asher there? I see a yellow car. I can't quite tell. That's Trace Miller. Got Trace Miller. Then all these guys come flying in, the number 7 right there. All these guys. I'm trying to learn everybody's name, folks. It's new. We're all new, but this has been such a good race. That's a shame for all these guys right at the break. Yeah, here we go. I think that's Coy Miller in the 73 there, and then the 74 is involved, the 59. Cofield's involved. He gets ARCA break to death. I can't tell who that is. Car's flipping. This is going to take a little while to clean up, but let's wait for sure. Wait for the race director to give us the okay that this is the competition caution, which I'm sure it is. They'll come back around. They'll take lap 40, and they'll be able to go down the pit lane there. Yeah, 73 just came up. I think he thought he had an open spot. Did not have it. And I see Trotter getting by, a couple other guys scooting by. Rodriguez gets it, Cofield's in it. More guys on their lid. Several. I can't see the number. That might be Gregory. I'm not sure. I couldn't see the number as it went by. So everybody's coming to the pits. This is going to be the competition caution, and we should probably step away, get some ads in. We weren't able to get them at the beginning. We'll step away. We'll get us some ads. We'll come back. Hopefully Wesley's got his chicken, and we can give you the last 60 laps of the race. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Daytona, this is the Pultz Poppers NASRA ARCA Series. Michael McKinnon, I'm Wesley Outland. Asher Little. EOL penalty coming up for the 0-1. Competition caution. I believe Jeff Merck was in front. Remember, there's no stage races. There's not stages. But we're thinking that Jeff Merck was in front. And it looks like they crashed as well. Michael, can you recap what happened? Michael stepped, okay. So Michael stepped away for a quick.
I'm back.
Okay. Oh my God, I see the big one happen.
Yeah.
Trying to get my DoorDash and they crash.
Right when you stepped away, yeah, Collie Miller kind of moved up just a bit and it started a big melee. It's just, we've seen 5, 6 meatball flags there. It's 52. I never can tell who's on the lid right there. I wished I could tell the folks who that is, but yeah, that's what we got right there to bring the caution.
Big crash there, and this will count as the end of the this will be the competition caution, but it's a real caution.
Yeah, that was a big one, man. We'll just have to see who's got what left. Didn't look like Cofield was hurt too bad, but there are other cars that they're gunned for the night. You can just see parts, pieces scattered everywhere. 96 on his lid. We had 2 cars sliding on the sides. I mean, that's kind of crazy. No rolls like we saw Monday night, 12 barrel rolls, but the damage is done. Just crazy. Oh, here we go. This is who we found on the lid. Yeah, TJ Lane. That is, well, it went black. I guess it was that bad. It killed the camera. Killed the camera. We're going to have to charge somebody for that, Wes.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor TJ here. He's on the lid. The cameras are killed. Here he comes. This can't be a fun ride. I'm sure there's a few sparks in there. Oh, he couldn't steer it off the wall upside down. Little tow bill coming. Oh, my goodness.
I'm on my roof now. This is not good. Let's go back to green, ladies and gentlemen. This is not stage 2.
Nope. 50.
This is 60 laps to go as well. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is your push to the finish. I don't know. We're all stuck in stages. We've been stuck in stages for forever. But this was a competition caution at lap number 40. but they race to 100 laps. There's no stages in ARCA. There's never been stages in ARCA. There probably never will be stages in ARCA. Just wait, come here, buddy.
My goodness, we got Dale Jarrett in this race. Is that Brandon Broadfoot? I love that paint scheme. It looked like a
I'm
little.
loving it, man. Yeah, what a throwback.
Old Dale Jarrett scheme. I hadn't seen UPS on the car in a few days. David Reagan, last guy.
People want to race the truck. People love the truck. What can Brown do for you? Sides in the toilet.
I can remember them old commercials where he's out flying in the truck. All
We're
right.
revealing how old we are.
Yeah, a little bit. I probably ought to calm down on that. A little insight I didn't need to give. Peacock, LaBeouf, Gregory, Parsons. Now we kind of see what we expected. These guys are going to put some laps in, I believe. I mean, they'll shuffle around. They'll do what they do. But if you got the strong car, Dale Jr. always said he liked to lead like this and make them catch him. So that looks like what Peacock, Brady, Stephen Gregory, all these guys are going to try to do, Wes. Somebody will get impatient, though, I'm sure.
That's right.
187 mile an hour through the tri-oval. I know these cars will go a little harder than that, so I'm saying they're not all the way mashed. Now, here you go. 190, 192. That's about as fast as I see.
Michael, you're a driver. How different are these Cup cars compared, or Xfinity cars compared to these ARCA cars? I mean, you've got to race them differently, right? They're a lot lighter. Am I correct? They're a lot lighter. They're handled differently.
Yeah, these cars are a little heavier. They have less horsepower. These are more. You got to race these more like trucks. It's a momentum game with these. You know, Xfinity, you got a little more power, and racecraft super matters, which they will matter in these as well. But these are heavier, little less on the horsepower. They are restricted tonight. They got restrictor plates on them. But when I was practicing at Michigan, I was entering the corner at 200. So that's going to be something to really watch. These things they're much quicker than the trucks when it comes to wide open tracks. Here we go. I knew somebody wouldn't be patient very long. LaBeouf to the bottom along with Merck. Tyler Justice, we're starting to see him creep into the frame there with Peacock. Haven't seen him all night. Wesley, no, he's on the bottom. I'm sorry, I missed the paint job. That's my fault. Tyler Justice, Merck, the 16 back into it. We saw him have an accident earlier, but the 16 of Carson Woodward's made his way back in. It's just been good racing all night, other than that big one, which is unfortunate for a few guys. We saw, about 5 or 6 meatballs there, so not real great. But these guys right back to the same lane, and I honestly, I like it. It kind of blocks any three wide attempts and gives you the momentum. That's why I like it, Wesley.
Closing in on the halfway mark of this one. Man, people keep passing away. My CRN Radio's partner, Rick Walker, we done a baseball game, playoff game last night. His father-in-law, his wife's dad passed away this afternoon, so I just found that out. So, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things I think about, Dean, right? I think about all the things I've done in my life, and the older we get, the more and more you realize that you lose things, and take the time to stop and enjoy the people around you. I mean, I know we got to work. There's no way around it, right, Michael? But enjoy the people that are around your life, the people you call your friends and your family, because the older we get, we never know when it's our time or their time to go.
Oh, that's absolutely
Crazy.
right. I mean, the situation in my family has absolutely changed. So, I mean, I take those words to heart, Wesley. Everything you just said is correct. Take the time, do your job, and then enjoy your life with the people you love. That's what it's all about.
Well, old friends, settle old rivalries, settle old beefs.
Absolutely.
You might have had a falling out with somebody. Call them up and tell them, hey, listen, I know we had a bad falling out, but let's let bygones be bygones, and let me cook your favorite chicken for you. Or just, at least take comfort in knowing that you've forgiven yourself for whatever it is that happened with them, right? I mean, If they don't
Yes,
want to
sir.
let go, that's on them. But as long as you can say, I have a full heart, I have a clear conscience. As long as we go back to the race now. Look at Brady LaBeouf. He's got a clear conscience. He knows he's got his sights on the leader.
Yeah, and these guys have got a strategy. I don't think the bottom lane has got anything for these guys, and the higher they go, the faster they go. It's crazy to watch, but bottom lane's pretty organized. They can pull a little bit, and then the next thing you know, this momentum just pulls away. I don't know if it's because of the night or the nature of these cars, but as I said before, the side draft is not as strong in these, so it's you got to pick the right dancing partner right now.
That's how I feel about it. Like, literally, like, okay, I'm in shock and awe because usually you are catfishing on the bottom of the racetrack. And if people don't know what the word catfishing is, I'm not talking about fishing in the lake, which is great. I'm talking about hugging the bottom of the double yellow line and staying to the inside of the racetrack. That analogy is used an expression in dirt, pavement. It just means that you're committed to the inside of the racetrack. Any of these guys that go to the inside, they can't get up there. And if they go to the top, they got to come back to the bottom because their cars are too wicked up on the high side. Look at Merck. Merck's got justice all around him here and lap traffic up ahead.
No, I thought they were trying to block the track. I'm so glad they moved up. This is going to be tight right here. Going to be tight right here. Got Adam Lichty here. He's just going to get out of the way. And everybody seems to going to be able to navigate around here. We'll see. Yeah, coming out of the corner.
You want to make friends, Michael? That's the right thing to do right there, right? I mean, you know, they've always, that's how you do it. The race is going on. You're not in it, but you need to be nice and just kind of get out of the way. Let these guys race it out. If you block them and cause havoc, they're going to remember that when it's your time to shine.
Oh, that's absolutely right. I would hate to see the chat group tomorrow if he would have tried to stop the momentum of that high line right there. That would have been a mess, but he did the right thing. I do believe this series has lucky dogs. I'm almost sure they're using the lucky dog situation, even though Menard doesn't. So that's probably a decent move by him. If he can stay the first car one lap down, he'll be okay on the next caution. If we have one, these guys are doing a really good job. You see Little going up high right now. Oh, way up high. I don't know if that's ever going to work for these guys. I'm not sure.
There is 100, a mandatory caution at lap 100, as we mentioned at lap 40. 100 laps the distance, 3 sets of tires, fuel capacity 100%, unlimited attempts at overtime. We are under the lights at night right now as these guys work their way. Taylor Peacock in the lead.
Now, he's led most of the night, Wesley. I mean, people trust him. He is really, really good on these super speedways. We know that for a fact. And you see all these guys that have raced together for a long time. They know that. That's why Brady and Gregory are there. They're just going to let these other guys on the bottom. Is that Hunter Parsons all of a sudden? He's going to take his shot to go toward the lead. He's got Broadfoot in tow. Kyler Justice in tow. Let's see if they're going to have to get more organized on the top. But this bottom lane's going to go for it at some point. They're going to have to hook up and try to give Peacock a challenge.
Taylor Peacock from Fowler, Indiana, the Loris Health Hub, number 81.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever talk to, too. Just a down-home great guy. That's why I always pull for him. He was in my situation for a long time. Not the greatest internet, but we like to try. So he used to run a super speedway series for us. That's why he is so good at this stuff. And that's why the guys trust him. We're going to see if Broadfoot can get some help on the bottom. It just doesn't look like that bottom lane's going to have much till later with him.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And then you got a guy like Brady LaBeouf. You think of all the success the man out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama's had, driving the Brain Train Centers, Chevrolet, the Exalta colors. And he is a former champion of the NASRA Cops and DSR Truck Series.
Yeah, and he's got several wins on super speedways as well. He's one of the better guys on these. Yes, he's a very talented driver, along with being the boss of NASRA. But he can get it done on these. And what we've seen out of Hunter Parsons since his return to the league is nothing short of great. I love it. He's calmed down. You know, he's getting along with guys, and he's starting to show his talent in all the different series.
The 22-time winner, making his 365th NASRA start tonight, the boss, Mr. Brady LaBeouf. And now watch Brandon Broadfoot. Here he comes. Career start number 285 tonight for him. He's a 5-time winner.
Wow, big checkup on the top right there. I don't know exactly what that caused, but wow. That's going to bring Brandon. As you see, they're not trying to do as much side drafting. Brandon's trying a little right there, but it's just not seeming to work on that bottom line. That momentum is huge on the top. Well, he's only got one guy.
Got himself his first ever NASRA Cup Series win before Christmas. Brandon Broadfoot did. And now here comes Peacock on the high side, opens the door. Here comes now LaBeouf, the 54. Now Parsons. Will you go high? Will you go low? Open the door to Gregory and Broadfoot and Little. They're watching on. Broadfoot now, yellow and white car, 22 UPS colors on the inside. And here comes that outside lane again as we're closing in on under 40 to go. You got to stay to the top.
Yeah, I feel like you do, but you got Goodwin and Merck. If they can get, they're going to have to get a full line of committed dudes. They're going to have to really tighten this up. But see, Broadfoot, Goodwin, Merck, can't quite tell who's right behind it. That might be Lichty bringing himself back up through after taking the lap, but trying to get his lap back. So his car is obviously not hurt that bad. It just needed the draft. These guys are finally starting to make a little progress on the bottom once they just get committed to do it.
Just have to get committed down to the inside. Watch this now. Whoa, look at Broadfoot now. And look at this, just like in a Cup or a Truck or Xfinity and ARCA as well. This is drafting, restrictor plate. You fall out of line, you fall to the back. But hey, it's actually not that bad. He really didn't lose that bad of a gap.
Now, it's kind of surprising he's able to tuck back into the third on the bottom there. I don't know where he was going or if he just got loose a little bit, but you're right. The draft is huge with these heavy cars. As you said earlier, you get out of line and you're going to the back. He just got lucky, found him a nice spot. But we'll see if Merck can bring Goodwin to the front. Broadfoot, these guys they need to tighten it up just a little bit. Unless these cars are overheating, I'm not sure what they have to deal with overheating, but they're just not as tight and committed as that top line.
Even that car down to the bottom. All this now. Look at him on the inside. That's that 13 of Goodwin's car. Goodwin, Merck, Broadfoot. That's a lap car, by the way. A Lighty in the mix with that mellow yellow 35. Days of Thunder throwback car. He's 8 laps down in 28th, but he can still he can still wreak havoc, if you will. His car's strong enough. He could cause drafting and cause these guys on the inside to get to the front, Michael.
Absolutely, and if Buzzy can, bring it in a little bit, we got Robert Richardson, he's bringing it in there. They're starting to get a little more organized. We may have a race on our hands here in just a little bit because somebody's going to have to do something with Peacock up on the top, whether they can get to the front and jump up in front with some dirty air on his nose, or I don't know. They're going to have to do something to break up that train.
Working now through the tri-oval. Here they come to the line. This time by closing in on 40 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be the final 100 miles of this race. As we have completed 150 miles, lap 50 was halfway. 125 miles down, 150 miles gone this time by, and the final 100 miles of this race. Look at them now. Starting to get organized one more time, and maybe finally, Michael, some momentum on the inside. McKinnon as they send it to 3. Nope, Peacock shuts the door on that idea and also throws a block on Brady LaBeouf as well for the lead.
Yeah, one of these guys at the top or two are going to have to jump down to the bottom and see if they can put any kind of move on Peacock. I think they're just waiting, but Brady is getting a little impatient. He's starting to stick the nose out unless he's just looking for some air. But somebody's going to have to take the shot at going down there, picking up those guys on the bottom and trying to drive by this 81 truck, because nobody's been able to do it for a long time now.
Staying into position. Here he comes now, working down to the inside. Working Taylor Peacock on the inside. It's now LaBeouf right there up top. He's got help now with the 54 up on the outside of Parsons. And well, that goes on. Goodwin now with a shove. It's Merck. Merck pushing him. Broadfoot, Lighty, Mongold, Trotter. How about Shane Trotter in the 29 from Ashboro? He clocks into the top 10 for the first time tonight. 40 to go, Michael, as they cross the line.
Yeah, we're seeing our pole sitter. He's worked his way back into 8th position, it looks like. 8th, 9th, somewhere in there. No, Asher Little in the fence. Woo! I cannot believe the Velcro didn't just take care of that problem, Leslie. That's one of the first times I've seen anybody ride the wall and not just get sucked completely backwards.
Yellow machine, the bright yellow machine of Asher Little about had a nice moment of squishing the dog, if you will.
Very, very close. Very, very close. That did bring the bottom line in a little bit. Like I said, they just need to close it up just a touch. I don't think they're just wanting to commit this early. It's still got 38 laps. I'm sure we've got a pit stop to go. Maybe just trying to keep themselves in position as they move forward in the race here. Take a look at the fuel right here. All right, so we're down to that last quarter, maybe 10 laps. We're going to see live pit stops, Wesley, and then that's going to take us to the end. They all should have another set of tires. I don't know if they'll take them, but they'll all have one.
Green flag pit stops as well, I think, maybe.
Oh, yeah, in about 10 laps. Fun of right now. I didn't ride in a horse and buggy. I rode a dinosaur, dude. Great racing at the front, Wesley. I know that 16 piece is just waiting on you right there. I'm sure you can't wait to get into that thing. I'm just not real sure.
Backstretch.
I'm just not real sure what this bottom line is going to be able to do. We've seen a few.
I think it's locked down. I think it's locked down, Michael. I just can't believe it. I can't believe I'm seeing this. I mean, there's no way possible if you can't win on the bottom. And the cars that are on the bottom, Michael, if you've noticed, if they try to go to the top, they get wicked loose. They got to go back to the inside.
Yeah, the air's playing a little tricks with them or something, but the momentum is so big up top. I'm assuming, I mean, I'm new to these ARCA cars a little bit, and maybe that's just what these things do. I mean, you get them in a great line and go around until you got to make your move. I mean, if this was 2 laps ago, we'd see a lot of people jockeying down, but I would love to see somebody mount a push here and just see if they can give Peacock any kind of problems at all. Yeah, Merck
coming down to the line this time by the stripe. It's 35 to go. Guys, last time we saw drivers pit was right at lap 39 and 40 at the competition caution.
Yeah, I think we're going to see
next week we go to Iowa. That is a completely different racetrack, Michael, than Daytona here tonight. But well, obviously, we're going to see guys peel off. I got a feeling within the next 5 laps, you think, Michael?
Yeah, I say 5 to 7. You're gonna start seeing these guys move to the bottom and get prepared to make their pit stop. Obviously, there's no teams here, as I said, but there are definitely alliances, and we can see that up top right now. So let's see if they try to start making their way to the bottom in the next, like he's probably 5 laps. You're probably dead on it. That's probably exactly when they're going to try to make the move. Yeah, they're going to try to stretch this as far as they can and then drop down. Could get a little interesting, Leslie. These guys on the bottom say the heck with it and just block as many people as they can from their access to pit road.
We see the telemetry of the gas tank of the leader, Mr. Engineer, Mr. Producer Taylor Peacock. Watch down bottom left, everybody. You'll see the telemetry and look at the yellow. Oh boy, it's in the yellow. The hell with the orange. It's in the yellow. It's going to be in the red here any minute.
Yeah, these guys trying to stretch as far as they can to give themselves room to get to the bottom. Now, I'd say the next, like I said, 2-3 laps, that's it. They're going to have to come down. We'll see if anybody takes tires. I'm not sure they will, just depending on how these guys are handling, but looks like they're pretty stable right now. So LaBeouf giving the
My question is this, Michael. If the leader comes down, does everybody follow? Look at them dropping to the bottom. This means they're committing to coming to pit road. Watch this. Here they come. Yes, sir. Oh, they're coming down pit road. That's why they dropped to the bottom.
Yeah, they're going to do one more round, and then they're going to come down. And I think they're
exactly right. Notice how everybody went to the bottom. They followed LaBeouf and Peacock in the 54 of Parsons because they know when they will pull to the inside, all these cars you watching go to the inside lane, they're all going to pull onto pit road together. Another thing, Michael, you do not want to come down pit road by yourself. You're a sitting duck. You've got to have friends. Even if you don't like them, you got to push each other to get back out on the racetrack with the draft.
That's exactly right. You got to have a good pit stop right here. You got to. You're going to have problems if you have a bad pit stop and you get off of if you come off pit lane too late. They're going to try one more. Oh, here comes a few. Here comes a.
Wow.
Yep, Axel's coming in. Axel Smith. Look like Asher Little. All those guys coming down. That's probably a smart move.
Axel Smith, Asher Little, Jeff Burke. And I don't know if I'd per se call that an undercut. I think they thought Peacock was pulling down and they were committed to the inside. You can't stop once you commit to that cone. You can't veer and pull back on track. So now this is really going to scatter everybody now as we close in on 30 to go at the line. Now, I got a feeling we're going to see the drop onto pit lane.
Yeah,
he's in the red now. He might have 2 more laps in him before he runs out of fuel. Here comes Peacock. Brady LaBeouf using the car all his worth. Notice LaBeouf backed away now. And here comes more car. My God, he can't come down pit road. He's blocked. He was blocked, Michael. He couldn't come in.
I think there was a lot of lap cars or something just getting out of the way, and they blocked his access. Let's hope he can make it around one more circuit here. But, wow, that spread the field out a little bit right there. So these 4 cars here, they're going to have good stops, come out hooked together when they come back out, or they're going to be in trouble because the pack is behind this. And I think everybody's coming right here.
Yeah, I believe there was going to be a commitment to coming down pit road, but however, there was lap traffic and cars all in the way. He could not commit. And you notice how Brady LaBeouf also, Michael, backed away from the back of the rear end. Here he comes now. Now they're coming in. Now they're coming down pit road.
Oh,
Brady LaBeouf. Oh, he crashed.
Blocked the rear tire.
Oh, no.
This is going to break up that 4-car train. Broadfoot going to try to make one more circuit. Yeah, you can see he's on empty. They've been in the. Oh yeah, that was rough.
I can't believe Brandon Broadfoot did not commit to pit road.
Yeah, these guys. Well, they've been in the draft a little more. They could probably make one more circuit. They're going to have to come right here. Probably feel it's a little safer, or they're just all on an alternate strategy, and they're all going to try to come out in a 5-car train. Even though Lichty 8 laps down, but looks like his car's very strong.
How damaged, by the way, will be Brady LaBeouf's car now. How big of an asset will he be to help the leader of Taylor Peacock? Or where will they end up? They're on pit exit right now. Remember, they can't climb back up into the blend line until they hit the back straightaway.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait until this shakes out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Brady LaBeouf, all these cars right down behind the top 15 as we start to see the climb back up. I cannot believe Brandon Broadfoot's not pitted yet, guys. I think he thought there was going to be a caution or something.
Yeah, here they come. Don't lock them up, boys. Don't lock them up.
On fumes, dude. On fumes.
Took it as far as they could. Looks like possibly Axel Smith might be the leader when this all cycles back around. So we'll have to see who's all in tow with him. Yeah, you got Smith, Little, 15. I don't know if I've seen the 15 all night long. See where they all blend together. You see, Parsons, Peacock, all those guys. This is going to be for the lead once they come past start finish, I believe.
Richardson, Josh Clemens. Now Josh Clemens on pit road. Look at Axel Smith and Asher Little. They last pitted at lap number 69. Robert Richardson pitted a moment ago. Now he's free falling. He was the leader. Not anymore. There goes the pole man. Axel Smith with the dog behind him. Walking the dog is Asher Little. Hunter Parsons right there behind him as well. And guess what? They're all up on the top shelf again.
Yeah, they're going to be very hard to catch. These guys behind are going to have to get in a line in a hurry to get that top lane. No, stay in there, Hunter. Good. Easy does it, bud. These guys behind him, if they can get up top with, they're going to have the 10 cars probably, but they're going to have a ways to come get them.
Yeah, they're all together. We're all together now. Now, my question is this: can they go the distance? I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think they can go 33 laps or so, so they should be able to make it from here. Peyton Johnson trying to get his lap back right there. Oh, goodness. Looks like Gregory making a little bit of a move. But that's Johnson in the 15. He's not on the lead lap right now. He's trying to get his lap back. He's in 22nd position, just trying to get the lap back. These guys are going to be hard to catch, Wesley. I don't know what the guys behind are going to be able to do.
Late race caution.
Yeah.
Axel Smith made this main. Ironically, Axel Smith and Asher Little. And we got a caution. There it is. Trouble behind the leaders. We got them wrecking. And it is Keith Haney, Mark Cofield, some other cars involved. Trevor Williams, Jonathan Cofield, son and father Cofield involved. Clemens, Williams, Broadfoot, Curtis Banks, all crashing. Yellow flag is out. Here's that late race yellow flag we talked about with 25 to go here in Daytona, Michael.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wanted to see if they can run them down, but it's probably going to make it for a better finish for us. But we'll just have to see what happens here. I was not able to see exactly what happened. We're on board with Jonathan Cofield. Oh, just a little contact up there, and then Adam Lichty. Oh, he just missed him.
Oh, wow.
Down across the track. I'm not sure where the melee started. Take another look here. You can see these guys, they're starting to run them down. Let's see. Oh, into the wall. Francisco Martinez, and then around it goes. There you go, Wesley. And it got Barnett, Haney, Broadfoot, got a piece. Yeah, these things, they're going to have to put some flaps on these, Wesley. These things are getting in the air too much.
Got to find a way to keep the weight on it, but we need some roof flaps, is I think what the producer's trying to say. Roof flaps. Watch this again. There's that lap car, by the way. Adam Leidy. Oh, wow.
Hey, he rebuilt his front end as he was sliding. That's pretty slick. Yeah, we'll see. Looked like Francisco into the wall and then the big checkup right there, Wesley. And then Haney, Barnett comes in there, 52, got some. The 99 gets some. That's a mess because that was a group chasing down the leaders right there. But this is going to bring everybody back together. We'll see how much damage everybody has, and hopefully we'll be all good to go. Yeah, trying to miss the wreck right there. All the Cofields involved. You see Broadfoot real late right here, and it's like, oh no, boom. That was a little too late. Got the Williams machine there in 99. Oh, quite a mess.
What was that?
I don't know if my commentary was that interesting, but the wreck certainly was.
Yeah. Well, just like that, another yellow flag here. Race recap. We're going to step away, take a break, closing in on the home stretch of this one. 3/4 down, under 25 to go in the inaugural NASRA ARCA Pultz Popper Series from Daytona. Stay with us.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Daytona. Heading towards the home stretch and the final 50 miles of this one here. 2.5 miles here in Daytona. Hey, let's take a look at the schedule real quickly as Axel Smith, the pole man, back up in front. Only 4 cautions in 12 laps for 70 laps here, closing in on our lap number 79 completed here. Next week, we're going to Iowa, going to Kern County, Michigan, Phoenix first. 4 weeks of racing after Daytona. I'll take that schedule. It's very unique. I like it, Michael.
Oh, I like it a lot, Wesley. As we talk, you're going to leave this track. You're going to go to basically a 1 mile, not a lot of banking at Iowa. I've never raced Kern, so I don't know. Super fast Michigan. Phoenix is always tough. Watkins Glen was fun. I had practiced that a little bit, and it was super fun. Running really fun with these cars.
Yeah, it'll be a fun one for sure. Iowa, totally different than Daytona. Kern County as well. Different animals, mile tracks, 2 mile tracks. Michigan, Phoenix on the schedule. Watkins Glen, the road course. 2.5 miles at Pocono. Pocono used to be a landmark for ARCA for a long time. Talladega, gotta have the super speedways. Gotta have Daytona and Talladega because obviously that's what ARCA always does as well. So, gonna be a fun one. All these fun tracks coming up here. Glad you're enjoying it. By the way, don't forget Auto Club Cops Truck Series Season 11 finale coming up this Friday night. Make sure you tune in. Here they come to the line. Green flag back out, ready to settle this one here. 21 laps to go here with ARCA at Daytona. And it is Axel Smith getting the jump on the whole shot. He'll lead him again into turn number 1 there, Michael.
Yes, sir. The pole sitter made his way all the way back to the front, but here comes Hunter Parsons on the bottom before they're able to get organized. We'll see. Yep, I was going to say, we'll see if Peacock comes down there right in front of Goodwin. And here comes a little bit of that side draft. I told you, it's going to get a little ramped up as we go here. I just got to see if this bottom line can do anything with them, Wesley. And they have it all night, and Hunter, I think, understands that. So he's going to jump up in front of the fastest car in the field and pull away by 3-4 car lengths. Oh, no.
Stephen Gregory down to the inside, poking out of line. Now, that wasn't Peacock. It was Stephen Gregory's car. 61, Stephen Gregory with an issue. Here he comes, way off the pace. It will still stay racing. Everybody, it was not Taylor Peacock. Peacock is back in 16th. All this going on now with the leader, Hunter Parsons, up 37 spots from Statesville. He's the new leader down the back straightaway. 20 to go.
And once again, they get that line formed on the top. You see Brady LaBeouf able to tag on to the very rear of that after the trouble that he had. So he's been able to get back to there. Merck, Trotter, Goodwin, all these boys, they're going to mount a charge here. We'll see if Hunter could be as strong as Peacock was on the top, Wesley. I'm not sure he can, but we're about to find out.
You're listening on the radio. Strap in. The home stretch of ARCA and Daytona is coming up next.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Under 20 to go. The leaders are on the back straightaway. Jeff Merck now using the bottom finally to go to the lead as it wads up traffic going into turn 3.
Very aggressive right here. Very aggressive. Well, we'll see if Hunter can make it through that right there.
Hang on, trouble! Out! Jeff Merck crashing. Other cars involved, including the 54. The 32 of Ellis, the 6 of Rodriguez, Jeff Merck in a parking lot coming down into the tri-oval. Parsons involved. Hunter Parsons collected. Jeff Merck, the look on his face, Michael McKinnon, says it all.
That would be the look on my face, too. He just got to the lead, got to the top. I don't know if Hunter was just trying to split him 3 wide right here. And then I'm not real sure if he tried to move him up the track or if the air played tricks on him. But did it get Axel? Did it get Asher? Let's see who it got.
Axel Smith just snuck by. Goodwin got collected. The 29 got punted by Axel Smith again after he got back going in the right direction. Oh, man, look at this. And then Parsons in the grass. The 6 of Tyler Justice collected. Chris Ellis in 32. Johnson going down the bottom. Oh, wow. Let's bring in Jeff Merck. This should be interesting. From another angle. By the way, I want to clarify that Cody Knott was not a driver tonight. He was race control. He was race control for this race. This is his series. Watch this again. Wow. Oh, man.
Wow. The pole sitter was able to get away. He's going to be our leader when we go back to the green. It looks like
sure as heck will.
Buzzy almost got back there. We'll just have to see how this shakes out. If you want to bring in Merck, bring him in here. We'll see what he.
Yeah, I'm going to check in with Jeff Merck and get his thoughts of what he thought have happened. He's also on camera as well. Hey, Jeff Merck, it's the broadcast booth. Man, what's your take of what went wrong, man? Nothing's working on the bottom. You finally go to the bottom, then you go to the top. When you go to the top, it's like you get blocked. What's your take of what happened here, buddy?
Somebody needs to tell Hunter Parsons to stick to RC cars, leave iRacing to people that can drive.
Looked like he was trying to side draft you in a replay, and there was a car just to your left side, and it got him a little bit.
These ARCA cars, you cannot side draft the cars above you. All that does is side draft yourself. So if you move up to try to side draft the car above you, the only thing you're doing is side drafting yourself. So
are you out, Jeff? Are you out? How badly damaged are you?
I might as well be. I got 4 minutes. So it's just, I don't know. It's just.
Well, it's a shame.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to know in that situation, you just have to. I mean, he had a spot. I mean, all he had to do was slide in behind me. I mean, I've got around him a legit way, moved up in front of him, and instead he shoots middle by himself, which you're not going anywhere that way, but we all make mistakes, so you just have to draw it up as that.
You do realize that Axel Smith did get to his left, to his right rear, and kind of caused the 54 to get a little bit loose. I mean, I'm not trying to say that what Parsons done was not right, trying to drive up the middle and door slam you or sides, be on the side drafting you, but it does look like the 97 now in slow motion got into his right rear and then caused him to turn you.
Yeah, I mean, I get slow motion, but it's hard to make a ruling on slow motion because you're watching. It's hard to go off of, well, in slow motion, he kind of got loose, but that frame goes by like that you're watching. I mean, there's no way that you're going to see that.
And I know that you're in it. You were in Channel 7 as well with Axel Smith and Asher Little. Was there a strategy you guys were having?
I mean, Axel Smith and the other one.
Yeah, you were in the channel with Axel Smith and Asher Little. So was there already conversation going on before all this happened?
Well, no, I made the move because it would like accordion effect because nobody wanted to make a move. So it was like, stop. So I was like, okay, if y'all want to do that, I'm just going to take the next run and dive bottom. And I did. I got a push and I cleared him. So I moved back up. But
Gotcha.
I don't know if they just didn't know they were 19 laps to go, or I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, or I'm just caught up in the moment. I know my car's destroyed because probably don't even have a nose on it.
Well, we'll let you get back to it again, man. Hopefully we'll see you next week at Iowa. Jeff, thanks for your time.
I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere.
There you go, everybody. There's the thoughts.
So you just got to go with what you got at these restrictor plate tracks.
That's kind of the way Daytona is.
You got just as much a chance of getting wrecked as you do winning the race. So that's the way you have to look at it.
Well, you never know. Maybe all hell will break loose here at the end, and you might get yourself back in the ball game again. So we'll see.
I'm good with it. If they want to wad them up a couple times, I got 2 minutes and 44 seconds left to fix. So
let's put it on. Thank you, buddy, for your time, Jeff. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
There's the thoughts of Jeff, guys. And Michael, I sense his frustration of being mad at Hunter, but I also see where maybe Hunter's not per se all to blame for it. Back in the green, some drivers pitted, some guys got new tires, some people did not. Axel Smith gone on the restart. Asher Little right there with him. And the only sad thing is they were teammates with Jeff Burke. Merck's out of the equation now. These guys have got a block. And look at Buzzy Mongold to the inside. Come on, Buzz. Buzz to the inside.
Yeah, Peyton Johnson got his lap back. He's doing the same thing. These guys able to get a big run on Axel right here, but Buzzy needs a little more help. Maybe he can get a little bit of a draft, get up there toward the front right here. Somebody blink. It looked like Peyton might have been. He's able to drive himself right to the front, but look at Buzzy coming up through there, man.
Infinity and beyond. Down to the inside. Look at now. Peyton Johnson on the bottom. He will deal with Axel Smith. And there goes the machine of Buzzy Mongold. Could tonight be the night for Buzz?
Well, we can't cheer openly, can we? But let's cheer a little bit. But also, you got to look out because Peacock making his way back through with Woodward, Gregory back on. That caution helped out Stephen Gregory. We saw him spin, but the new shoes are starting to move a little bit as we're starting to get movement toward the front.
All this going on now as they work their way down into the corner again to put another lap on the board.
Yeah, hopefully this blinking goes away. That is annoying for these guys. See, Carson Wilbur got left out in the rain a little bit there. Wesley goes straight back to 8th. He was just challenging for the lead, but we see Gregory, Peacock, all these guys doing that same strategy back to the top. We're going to have to see if it'll work as good as it did before because they got Jeff Johnson in tow with them this time.
Exactly right. Coming to 12 to go, but they come off the back straightaway. It is now Johnson in the lead. How about Peyton Johnson? But he's got some blinking issues, and they will monitor that at NASRA. If he continues to blink, they'll consider him a hazard, and they'll boot him out of the server. Something he's got to figure out. Got that throwback car from the 1993-94 and Ernie Irvin era whenever Sterling Marlin drove for Morgan McClure in that Kodak film number 4. He's driving a 15, and now he falls back, and now Smith goes to the lead again. 12 to go, Michael. They're in turn 1.
Yes, sir. Back to this top line. We got the same players all the way back to where they were. Gregory, Peacock, Johnson, Josh Clemens making his presence felt right now. Curtis Banks. All these fellas, man, they're making a race out of it right now. This top line's going to be very, very hard to beat. We'll start seeing some moves here in about 5 laps. Jeffrey Johnson down on the inside.
Johnson on the inside. Keep an eye on him. Starting to make a run.
Starting to see a few new players right in here, Wesley. This Josh Clemens making his way up. Curtis Banks making his way up. Chris Ellis has been in trouble several times. He's moved his way back forward. I mean, this is going to get very, very interesting here soon.
All this going on now as here comes Smith. Axel Smith. Well, from the pole last week, the number 97. The driver, of course, from College Park, Georgia, the Precision Speed Solution Chevrolet, and the Precision Production Network entry as well. And now Jeff Burke back on pit road again. So pretty much he might be automatically out of the equation here. 10 laps to go. 25 miles to the finish of this one here in Daytona. The leader is Smith in turn 1. But look at Gregory. Remember, Michael, he was spinning, crashing earlier. Stephen Gregory's back in the game and second off 2.
Yes, sir. That caution helped him a ton, and I'm just amazed to see Broadfoot with no front end, Asher Little with all the damage, still able to keep up with this draft. I don't know if they can lead it, but they can darn sure help push right here, and they're all doing a great job as we see Jeffrey Johnson getting a huge run with Peyton finally got the blinking under control. Looks like he's going to be able to make a run here on the bottom.
Driver out of Attica, Indiana, in the Bodine's Moonshine Chevrolet, number 61. He leads them now to second. Keep an eye on the inside. There goes the 33. That's Jeffrey Johnson. What a quiet night for him. He's now climbed to third. He's got Johnson behind him. They are not related. Johnson, Mongold. Coming out of 2.
Yeah, we're going to have 8 laps to go at the line. This is going to get very interesting. Who's going to give up on who on the top line to try to help the bottom to help themselves, to be honest. Right now, this top line is shown all night. It's almost impossible to pass. But Jeffrey Johnson down there, he's trying. Somebody trying to get stuck in the middle. I'm not sure exactly who. It might be Curtis Banks getting stuck in the middle, moving, get backwards a little bit.
Going down to that inside lane. Here we go. Yeah, little Michael Madsen, Steve Buscemi. Little reservoir
trouble. We got trouble.
Little Quentin Tarantino trouble as we got a wreck in turn 1 and 2. No caution yet, though, guys. Oh, boy, no yellow flag yet. They're still staying green. Keith Haney's crashed at lap number 80. Whoa! How did he miss all that? How in the hell did all that? Oh, wow!
There were guys everywhere. I'm shocked that the yellow didn't come out, but I'm not disappointed. This might come down to a great finish right here, but let's see what happened on the replay while they're still maintaining here. This look maybe a bad push. Yeah, a little
This
bad
could lead to
push.
an amazing finish. Here's what happened to Keith Haney. Look at that. He lost his red panties. He was talking about, remember, that's what he talked about every last week when we interviewed him. He talked about red panties. When it's sim night, he's got his red panties on. I've got a very good memory. 7 to go. Here comes now Axel Smith from the pole. Remember, there was a time, Michael, where he hung all the way back in the top 30. At the time, at the end of the first day, or the first competition caution, he started to climb, and now there's cars everywhere. Johnson pushing Smith. Gregory pushing Peacock as they work through 3 and 4. 6 to go at the line.
Yeah, Axel had to throw the block on Johnson. They had a big run. The bottom finally showed that they can do something in here. And we're getting the okey doke. I don't think that's going to work real good. Keep it in line, or Peyton Johnson's going to say thank you very much right here, Wesley.
Simon Gold, pink and black, number 12 car from Concord. He now goes to the inside of the racetrack. One of the Caniacs, one of the jerks of Carolina. The number 12 behind the back, and look at them. Look at that big draft. Wow.
Huge run right there.
And Asher Little is trying to block other cars. And now here comes Johnson. He's in the wall. Asher Little in the wall.
Yeah, but see the 74, he's trying to get his lap back right here. Jeremiah Holt, he's up here helping the leaders, but he's trying to get that lap back. They get a caution, he'll get himself back into great position right here, but he showed he does have
5 to go. 5 to go at the line. Michael, my question is this. If you're Asher Little, why are you blocking a car like Josh Clemmings? One car. He was blocking one car. Now he's eliminated both of them from the game. Look at how far back they are now.
Yeah, he had that damage. I think he just wanted to keep a pusher on him because I doubt he can keep up with just one car, so he's probably just trying to keep a pusher to try to stay in contention right there. Just see if Axel can do the old Joey Logano here and try to block both lanes, as we're going to have 4 to go at the line, Wesley.
And don't pull a Bubba Wallace, whatever you do.
Oh, goodness.
Axel Smith. Oh, and he saved the car.
Oh, my goodness,
what a
save.
the car. By God almighty. Bubba Wallace couldn't do that. We stay green. 4 to go.
Crazy save right there. Of all the things for the night, that's the move of the race right there. That is incredible.
Oh, my goodness.
That was crazy. That's the move of the race, in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. We got Buzzy right there. He needs to get hooked onto these 3, or he's going to get left behind.
Does Zeman Gold win this race? Now he's going to run down. Look at the big draft he's got. No, that's a lap car up ahead. He gets out of the way.
He's getting
lap
a sniff.
car. Trevor Williams out of the way. He led it one time in this race. Now he's out of the equation in 21st. Now here come the leaders coming to the line. 3 to go. We got a caution. Trouble in turn 4. We just saw a glimpse of smoke. It is Timothy Hammond. It's Jonathan Cofield. It's Shane Trotter. And we have just sealed our fate. Daytona overtime for ARCA.
Yes, sir. That was getting intense. I wish they would have went to the end, but we'll just have to see what happened with Tim here. All these guys trying to get that position for the points. Like I said, no stage points, none of that stuff. So let's get a look. See what happens. You see Trotter, he's hopping across. Cofield's hopping across. Dude's in the grass, mowing the grass, as they say.
Solid glimpse of that smoke here coming into the corner. Watch this again now. Jonathan Cofield. There's the contact. Cool. Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
What a hit for the 60. The 69 of Timothy Hammond. What a hit for Hammond. Yeah. Shane Trotter into Hammond hard. Another angle of it again. Watch this again. We are going to overtime. For ARCA, there are unlimited attempts at overtime coming up.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Wow.
Yeah, Cofield got out of the gas there. I don't know if, well, you can't push in the corner.
This now. What was
he
Cofield
definitely got
thinking?
out of it. He's got a little damage. Yeah, he backed up Trotter, and then that just started a chain of events. And then boom goes Tim Hammond into the wall.
Some drivers are pitting, some are not. Mongold Johnson on pit road. I guess if you got an extra set of tires, use them. That's what they're doing. Tyler Justice as well.
I don't know, for a 2-lap shootout, that's a heck of a call, but you see a lot of guys going to try it, so we're going to find out here in just a little bit. Our first overtime.
Yep. Robert Richardson on pit road as well. Everybody, we're understanding Jonathan Cofield blew up. His car blew up, and that's what happened to the 58.
That makes a lot more sense.
No, engine blows on Cofield. Now, Mr. Engineer, can we go back to the save of Axel Smith? My God, what a job.
That was unbelievable, man.
Lap 97, Axel Smith, the save of the year, in my opinion, coming off of turn 4.
This is why we got
Smith,
the best
I think he's in fourth right now. He's in fourth right now. Keep an eye on it. I think it was lap 97. They were coming to complete lap 97, work 98 when it happened. I think they were coming to 3 to go, so that'd be lap, what, 96, I think it is, lap 96. Watch this. Turn 4. Keep an eye on this. Yep, here it is. Yep.
It's one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, keep going, Michael. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Watch this. This is exactly what it is. Watch the 97. And remember, I made the comment about you can't block all the lanes. Look at he did. He tried to block them, and he look at this. Look, oh my goodness. And what a checkup for everybody to miss him. How does he save the car? Unbelievable. Only in NASRA, Michael McKinnon.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. I mean, you're running 185 miles an hour, and you're completely sideways, and you almost didn't even lose the draft. That is unbelievable. He was getting a huge shove from Peacock.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the push. And he's going to block him. He's got to block him. Remember, this is down the back straightaway. And remember, I just uttered the words. You can't, don't be like Bubba Wallace and try to block all the lanes at one time.
That was
and sure enough, here he comes from the top to the bottom, all the way to the apron, and he saved the car. Watch this. On board with Axel Smith. Take a listen.
Might be one more.
I think he went a little too ahead. I think he went a little too far ahead. It's all right. Let's stay on board with him. Let's just go with it. They're going in the corner. Lap car up ahead. Look at how fast Axel Smith's car is, by the way, from that outside lane.
Yeah, that's, coming up on a lap car here, work the way around.
Yeah, he gets out of the way, though. He gets out of the way. Watch this. Now, he'd already cleared him. That's Chef Merck. Yeah, he'd already cleared him. Can of corn and you'll be fine.
Absolutely. But you can see every time Peacock is putting the shot to him because his hands are all over the place.
Yeah, look at the chaos, Michael, in his mirror, right? They always tell you don't look in your rearview mirror. Look at all the chaos behind him. And now they're on the inside. And watch this right about now. Look. Whoa! Oh!
That is
unbelievable. And he just says to himself,
that's one of the fastest hands I've ever seen. And there he is.
Smith, welcome to the world of NASRA, brother. Oh, and by the way, he's still in the hunt to win the race, Michael. He's in fourth.
He's second on the outside. I mean, it's absolutely incredible what that man did. All right.
Hey, thank you, Joshua. And by the way, real quickly, we'll plug that Daytona, 6 hours. I'll plug it. 6 hours of Daytona. Me and my friend Emmett Crow, Dean Hopton will be on the coverage Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock Eastern.
All right, here we go. 2 laps to go. You see the teammates there. They're working together. There's no team, but they're working together. He let Gregory back up top there. Him, Peacock, Axel, Peyton Johnson. He's going to try to make his money on the bottom. Let's see if anybody will go with him.
I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. Remember, overtime. Gregory up on the top side. He's got Peacock behind him, and there goes the man of Smith and Little. Subscribe, like, share, the follow to keep up with where we go next week. We're going to Iowa. Here they come, Michael, working through turn number 4. Inside lane, little too late to do the right thing now. They're coming to the line. We're going to the white flag. 1 to go. Darren's detail and shine.
Here we go. Josh Clemens back in the battle right here. I don't think he's got enough help on the bottom. So let's see if anybody can get up. We see Axel. He's backing up. He's going to get a huge run here in just a little bit on Peacock. But Peacock doing a smart thing. He's backing himself up to eliminate that run. The side draft's going to get really intense right here. Here we go, Wesley, coming to the line.
Down the back straightaway, they're getting sideways behind them. Meanwhile, here come the leaders. It is the number 61 from Attica, Indiana, Stephen Gregory, but now a couple of Indiana the boys battle. Peacock right there, and look at Axel Smith, almost door slams the 81, fights and muscles his way through there. Now he'll go to the outside lane. There's contact. They're sideways. Gregory and Smith. Asher Little spinning sideways up the middle. It's going to be Axel Smith to come back and win here in Daytona from the pole. Had to fight, muscle, claw his way through, but the man out of College Park, Georgia, is the inaugural winner of the NASRA Pultz Popper ARCA Series in Daytona. Yes, unbelievable.
Unbelievable finish right there. I mean, he was holding on for dear life, able to clear everybody and all the carnage behind it. Just an unbelievable job out of this young man tonight. I mean, the save of the century and then all the way back to P1. That is incredible, Wesley.
This last lap going into turn 3, we had a feeling the Indiana boys were going to battle, and they said not so fast. Back home in Indiana, hang on, here comes a Georgia boy from the south ready to battle with you Midwest guys, and it was Asher Little giving the push to his teammate Axel Smith up the outside, Johnson on the bottom. They're loose. Little's in the fence, pulled up in front of the front bow, but Gregory will not be denied. Axel Smith wins here in Daytona. Wow.
Yeah, I can't say wow enough. That was an unbelievable job by Axel Smith. I mean, he has obviously got some unbelievable hands in that car. He's holding on for dear life, never lifted, and that's the story of it at Daytona this evening.
From the pole, with the save of the century, possibly of NASRA, and then he races his way back to victory lane. Look at the Precision Production Network, number 97 from College Park, Georgia. The boy of the South gets it done over the Midwest gentleman from Indiana. I thought it was going to be Gregory and Peacock to battle it out, then all of a sudden teammates. Let me say that as well before we show you the results. That's teammates working with each other right there, Michael. Asher Little pushing Axel Smith to victory. That was his teammate pushing him there to win this race.
Yeah, that's the difference. I mean, Peacock and Gregory worked great all night, but I think when it was push come to shove time, it was going to be all for one and one for all. And then the teammates said, nope, we're going to take it on home. But Gregory is still able to, salvage P2 out of it. So probably not the ending he thought he was going to get right there.
A little overtime to get it done. One attempt at overtime, 102 miles, just shy of 254 miles at the finish of this one here in the Pultz Popper ARCA Series. For the Pultz Poppers 250. It was 21 drivers amongst 18 different leaders, 21 lead changes amongst 18 drivers in green flags. Listen, still got to give props to these guys. Charlotte the other night, the NASRA DSR Truck Series, they went 19 caution flags. These ARCA drivers went 6 yellow flags for 18 laps. I got to give them kudos for that. Hard charger up 33 spots. Stephen Gregory, Taylor Peacock led the most laps at 50. Axel Smith fastest lap. Save of the night, pole of the night. Axel Smith wins. Stephen Gregory second. Asher Little on the podium. We'll talk to them all next. Josh Clements, Taylor Peacock, Buzzy Mongold, Jeffrey Johnson, Chris Ellis, Robert Richardson, and Matthew Carabina, the top 10 here at Daytona. Michael.
Yep, and then 11th, we got Hunter Parsons, 12th, Tyler Justice, 13th, Keith Haney, able to salvage after that spin. 14th, Carson Woodward, Peyton Johnson, able to bring it home, 15th. Jeremiah Holt, 16th. Francisco Martinez, 17th. Trevor Williams comes home in 18th. Merck able to salvage in 19th out of that mess. And Shane Trotter brings home the top 20.
21st. We'll find Brandon Broadfoot, Jonathan Cofield 22nd, father Mark Cofield behind him in 23rd. Curtis Banks, Timothy Hammond, top 25. Tyler Goodwin, Steve Barnett, Brady LaBeouf at one time a big factor in the race. Crashed out. Adam Lighty, Trace Miller, your top 30 here in Daytona.
31st, let's see. We got Josh Rodriguez that looked like 31st. Then we got Matt Cherry, 32nd. David Davis, 34th. Or 33rd, I'm sorry. 34th, Collier Miller, 35th, Anthony Harden. Ryan Delaveau in 36th. Tony Burleson, 37th. Jonathan Woodward, 38th. TJ Allain, 39th. And Lucas Lyons, 40th.
And the rest of the rundown, we'll find Shane Bowie and Mike Kostick. Remember, Cody Knott was the race director for this event tonight. For Axel Smith, it is his 4th career start in NASRA. His first ever win, first top 5, first top 10. You'll always remember those moments. We talked to the Georgia boy, Axel Smith. Go Dogs! When we come back, stay with us in Daytona. We wrap it up next in post-race. Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantle, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime. Welcome back to the Florida Cabinet Distributors Victory Lane, the winner's circle. Michael McKinnon, I'm Wesley Outland. Don't forget, we're going to Iowa next Wednesday night. Make sure you put it on your plans. And we go now to Victory Lane. 4th career start of NASRA. First win, first top 5, first top 10. Axel Smith, welcome to the fraternity of NASRA winners, sir. This is one we'll never forget, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. That was it was a pretty good race. I liked it. You know, there was actually like a green flag pit stop, which I loved. There was a lot of like really good race and a lot of chaos in it, which just comes with super speedways. You know, it was, I think, just that whole last 2 laps, it was just against me in the top 4. You know, it was with 2 people ahead of me and my team right behind me. You know, it was honestly all of our races to win. So, you know, they all these guys are really good drivers, and you know, it just came down to us 4, and I somehow made a move out of entering 3 out of 4 in the trial, and somehow got the win.
Yeah, and Axel, this is Mike up here. Like Wesley said a while ago, that was the best save I've ever seen anybody pull off, and still almost didn't lose the draft. That was incredible. Other than that incredible save, was it odd to you that the bottom line could do absolutely nothing with the top line most of the night? I mean, it was just seemed like the top line had it locked down for the whole evening.
Well, the thing is, like, when you're on the bottom like that, these people are pushing the top lane, especially like in the Gen 6 or the ARCA. The top lane is like really dominant. You can make all the moves there. You can, saving fuel is kind of the same on bottom and top. But I mean, you can cool even easier because you don't got to give up your right rear to cool. You know, it's way easier to run the top, and it's also much faster to run it. And with the people on the bottom, they were just pushing like heck, and then the people on the top can just come down and side draft, you know? So, you know, I think the bottom lane could be could have been rolling if like the people on the top were more were less worried about like cooling and stuff, but it's just how it is. Top line is always good, but honestly the inside line was pretty lackluster, even with like everybody on there was didn't roll a lot.
So please segue this to thanking your sponsors, my friend. What does it mean to get a NASRA win and it being here in Daytona?
I think I did the NASRA 500 and I had a very unfortunate race. I think I got wrecked, or I did the NASRA 500 heats.
Right. Yeah.
Got wrecked out. Didn't even get it to the duels or the LCQ or anything. So, I guess this is redemption. So I'm gonna try to run this whole ARCA series and see if I can go for the championship. Starting with a win is that obviously is very good to the start of it. So yeah, we'll see how we do. I'm pretty excited. This is honestly the most excited I've been for a league in a while, honestly.
4 starts, 1 win, 1 top 5, 1 top 10. Axel Smith, please thank your sponsors. The man out of College Park, Georgia. Congratulations.
Thank you. Definitely thank you to Precision Production. They're really good at making setup, and they've got good broadcasting too. So thank you to them sponsoring my car. Also thank you to my family if they're watching right now or in the morning or anything. Thank you for watching and supporting me. And thank you to my teammates Asher Little and Jeff Merck. They're just always. I've raced with them a ton. They're just great teammates and they're great drivers. So thank you to them. And thank you to you guys for broadcasting, and thank you for NASRA putting this up.
Bill Smith, ladies and gentlemen, his first ever win, a wild one here in Daytona when it's all said and done. Let's grab a word with Stephen Gregory and get his thoughts. Obviously, Stephen Gregory, the driver from Attica, Indiana, and so close to putting the Bodine's Moonshine entry in the hunt to win this thing. Just come up short at the end. Started 35th, highest climber of the race, 33 spots in second. Stephen, your take of this one. What a wild one tonight here. Nothing wrong with second, though, sir.
No, not at all. I mean, especially with the run those guys pulled. I went back and watched. And, I don't know how Axel saved it. I didn't realize I hit him that hard. I went up there to try to side draft him and slow him down, and I hit him a little harder than I wanted to, and he saved it. And I mean, those guys, him and Asher, they know what they're doing. I mean, like, I know that they run the money races and all that. Like, they're good. Like, they know what they're doing. So, and Peacock was giving me information on what they were doing, and he said they were backing up on the backstretch. I knew we were in trouble. Like, there was no way I was going to be able to hold them off. But like you said, I'm not mad about P2. I mean, it was a heck of a race, and then I turned Axel at 1.3 and definitely didn't. I was out of the gas. I felt bad for that one. So I was glad that a caution came out and they were able to get back up, and I can actually really race with it. But they said, I ain't mad about second. It was a good run.
Hey, Steven, this is Mike. I was getting ready to say the same thing. I watched him back up, and then I watched Taylor back up. Do you kind of wish he maybe just stayed right on your bumper and pushed hard as he could? Because I watched Taylor try to back up to him to maybe try to slow him down a little bit. You think you guys could have did it just a little different, maybe had a different finish?
I don't think so. Actually, if Taylor should have backed up with him, and then Taylor should have took a run on me. I mean, in all honesty, that would have been his best shot, and it probably would have saved it. But I don't think there was no stopping it. Like I said, they're good. Like, they knew what they were doing. So I really don't think there was a way to stop it. So it is what it is. I mean, plus it's good to have you back here at NASRA, Mr. Guy that officially made this whole thing happen.
Thank you.
Well, Stephen, before you let you go, buddy, please thank your sponsors.